in a practical way, aesthetic attributes of a building, for instance. And in science, it's used to illustrate and describe an abstract process. So that's what I just wanted to quote to maybe think about looking at these things. These guys are also miners, again from the Ore Mountains, on matches, as you can see. So very small, like 5 centimeters high, and I don't know, about 1 millimeter in size. And this is maybe the most famous example, at least in Dresden. It's an earring carrying a cherry pit with, and now the numbers are different, 113 till 185 faces on it. And that's collected in the Chamber of Curiosities in Dresden. And they have some stuff more like this, like things are made small in natural materials, let's say like this.
When would that date from?
They assume before 1580, but they don't know the author and they don't know exactly from when it is. So my next question will be, why are we creating models of objects that are already existing? It was maybe not so much with the cherry coat, so it was new composition, but with, for instance, with this crèche and also the figures. Why are these? Why is this stuff people, and why are we doing it? Yeah, that's an open question. I don't have an answer for it. Why do we use symbols again? And that's also just in addition, that's a work of Marcel Duchamp, Boîte en valise, box in a suitcase. It's from the 1940s. And he was making a collection of his own work that fits in a suitcase, basically. It's another image of it, another work, but also from Marcel Duchamp. And maybe to focus this a bit more, I don't know if someone of you knows this artist. It's an artwork. No, I don't know. Yeah, Thomas Demand. The artist is Thomas Demand, and the speciality in his work is that he is taking, or he's creating models out of cardboard from pictures that are released in the press. And before he did it a bit different, but now he's doing it this way, and this is, of course, the White House. And this is a photograph of a model built from the White House. And he's destroying all his models, so there remains just the photographies, and this is his concept. And you can tell it from, maybe that's you can see it better there. You can tell it because he is erasing all the science out of his models. That's, by the way, called bus stop, and the legend says that it's this bus stop where this teenage pop band, Tokyo Hotel, I don't know if it's famous and had been famous in France too. No? Yeah, it has, okay. But it was destroyed by fans. So he built it, he rebuilt it, took a photograph, and removed it. So the point why I'm showing you these pictures is that if we cannot really see the original, then does it matter if there is an original, and how does it matter, maybe? But as I said, I will not answer this question. It's an open question. To make it hopefully a bit more clear, I would like to show you the semiotic triangle a bit. and it's composed out of sign, sense, and object. When you see this image, you maybe have all a special imagination and a special idea what it means, and maybe it's similar to what the other people in the room think. And of course, this picture has some relation to the one before, but it's not the same. But in a way, it shares the same concept. It's also another type of image. As you have seen before, it was drawing, no, it's photography. Now this is an animation. And now it becomes four-dimensional. And this is even the same image of a, it's not the same, of course it's not the same image. It's an image related to maybe a similar concept of the first picture. Yeah, this is another symbol because it's words. Words are signs and symbols. French. And that's an illustration of this semiotic triangle. And it means that there are a bunch of objects, or even a object, or even it's only potential, it's not real. And you could have a sign for these objects, because you cannot speak or you cannot communicate with just these objects. I mean, even if you would make a gesture, you would have a sign on it. But if I could not talk to you if I would have no signs, no words. Communication is based on signs. And the sign represents the object, but also shows the concept, as I was trying to show you before, of this object again. And therefore, you can have different signs or images or words for maybe similar concepts. Oh yeah, I forgot to say. And if all these things work together, then you will have something that creates sense. So if the sign belongs to the concept and the sign belongs to the object and all together, then everything makes sense. But what I found maybe more interesting is when something makes no sense. And it maybe sounds a bit funny, or I don't know, maybe not serious, but actually this is a really serious issue, and some philosophers were dealing with it. And I think it's worth to look at it because it offers a very high potential, I would say. And well, as an introduction, I would like to quote Alexander Baumgarten a bit. He wrote an outline on aesthetics, which is very useful to think about it because we were talking about, or maybe I have the impression that sometimes scientists say to the artist, well, that's fine what you're doing, but why are you doing it? It does not make any sense. It's useless, or mostly they don't say it, but they think it. I don't, of course, I don't know if they don't say it, but sometimes I have this impression, and I think it's worth to look on an aesthetic way of thinking, and I think Baumgarten showed it very good. He says in his outlines to aesthetics, sometimes I'm thinking clearly, other times confused.